All right, opponent is 1535. We have the white pieces, as they say. Okay, I still haven't learned my gambit opening well enough, but we're gonna play it anyways. In general, my conclusions lately are that the weakest part of my game. Okay, let me think about this, and then I'll talk. Let's just try and trade off. The weakest part of my game are openings and like middle game ideas. I think my tactics and calculation are probably my strongest because I work on that the most. I do a lot of puzzles and stuff. I'd like to actually keep this bishop if possible for the attack on the king side. And in these positions, I need to keep the h-pawn in mind as well for the attack. So yeah, when I want, I can kick that away. Should I develop the queen or should I send the pawn? Let's send the pawn. At least one square. Okay, I got a plan. So they're going to go here, hit this. We're going to go here. We're going to go here. We're going to go here, which also defends that. I feel like Hikaru just blasting off moves, but that's the plan. That's the plan. And then the point of this is maybe I can sack on this at the right moment. Also, maybe I can make a battery. Ooh, okay. I can't let them push and close everything down, so let's take probably. No, I can't go in there. Knight covers. Okay, let's take. So we've softened up the king a little bit now. They do get an open F file, which is kind of good for them, but let's continue our plan with development. We're going to bring this knight back. Oh, and they're hitting this. Maybe we take. Let's take. I don't love it. I also need to be a little faster on the clock, I feel like. Okay, this knight reroute actually looks pretty good now. Could bring the rook to the c file, but I want to have the action happen over here, and that feels just like a little inefficient. So they have some pressure on this pawn, but we defend currently. So rook has to move. This sack is starting to look kind of good now. We have the knights ready to jump in. The rook is ready to jump in. Let's just go for it. Let's go for it. I feel like they should be able to hold on, but this could help me. I'm only going down a pawn with this, and I think we'll win some time on the clock. That's kind of bizarre. Ooh, we got this move. But they can take with check. Okay, let's take. Let's go here. We defend. They can take here, though. So after they take with the queen, so if they take with bishop, we got to move the rook. If they take with queen, what's our move? I want to keep the queens on the board. Okay, they still have pressure here. Let's go here. We're defended. At some moment, they might take like this. I need to be a little careful. I might have to bring this rook back to f1. That's a good move. That's very annoying. Let's go here. Try and trade this off. And then maybe this is, okay, which way should I take? Let's take this way. I want to keep some defense here. Oh, and I need to, well, they're going to win this pawn, but they got to be a little careful of the checks and stuff. And I need to remember that this is hanging, basically. Oh, they're threatening it. Okay, I need to, let's do this. They were threatening to take here with the bishop and rook. A little dicey. They have some mating threats at the right moment. Let's try and trade. You want to trade queens? Let's trade queens. Okay. Simplify a little bit. So they do have a, excuse me, they do have a passed pawn, or two connected passed pawns, which is very strong. And they're up a pawn. So advantage black here for sure. They're also up on the clock a little bit. Yeah, that's a good move. Let's pressure here. They can't push now. Maybe we can blockade. Let's blockade. And let's cement the rook. Now, if I can get my knight to, oh, well, the king defends our rook now. I was going to say there's like a pin tactic, but so I also want to bring the king more central now. If they do this, well, I can maybe also take with the rook, but I also want to maybe support this. Let's not go to this file in case my rook moves, and then oh, okay, you're going to try to infiltrate this way. Take. I'm taking too long to move. I also want to keep these on, probably on the dark squares because of the light squared bishop. Okay, we can go here, come in one of these squares. Although they can maybe push. Ooh, that's a sort of dangerous. Ooh, that's very dangerous. They would have won my rook if I did the wrong thing there. Oh man, this is dicey because they're gonna check. I have to block. This is dicey. Can we pull out the victory here, guys? It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. I can still block. Knight defends. 10 seconds for my opponent. Nail biter. Oh, we went on time. All right, that was a little sort of unfortunate. They played a really good game, I feel like. But I think they just weren't paying attention to their clock at the end and got the victory. So let's see. In this position, yeah, everything looks good. By the way, so let me back up a little bit. So the idea with this is that if they let us take back with the pawn and it's protected, then we do this. But there are other lines where the queen is already here, and then we don't take this, and instead we let them capture and then develop. So that's the gambit that I was like referring to in the opening. But yeah, here we can also just take. So top move, knight c3. Yeah, I think knight c3 is probably better in retrospect because, you know, we're going to try to attack them and these bishops are very strong. So, yeah, everything here, though, felt fine. Ooh. Whoa. Okay, I guess there's a tactic here. Oh, did they want Greek gift here? Let's see. Yeah, they wanted Greek. Bishop takes h7. Wow. And I guess knight jumps in. Yeah, knight g5 check. King g8. They're saying it's maiden 7 from this position. They could have also, to not get mated, they have to go king g6, which just looks atrocious. I think humans would go here at my level, at least. They would go here and then force me to prove the initiative. So yeah, I guess queen out. Let me just look at it intuitively without looking at the computer. And then, ooh, yeah, how do you stop mate there? How do you stop mate in that position? You can't just move this pawn because check, and then our knight still holds this square. So here, I'll put it on the board. How do you stop mate here as black? Oh, you can't. Okay, well, I mean, everything to me looks like mate in 1. Apparently there's also a mate in 6. So what's the resilient defense here? Okay, I'll go ahead and look. Rook e8. But I thought, oh, okay. So I thought this was going to lead to a mate right away. I forgot they have this knight though. So you check. They block. Knight h7 check, computer says. And then maybe bishop. Let's see. Yep, computer says bishop. Pawn. Well, okay, you can go knight f6. Ooh, if you go pawn up, it's actually mate in 1 here. Do you guys see it? Mate in 1. If they go knight out, then let's see. Oh, I think takes. And then you guys tell me what's the finish after that. So they take, and then what is the final move? Final move is queen takes. Checkmate. Knighty knight. All right, let's get back to what we were looking at. So in this position, yeah, Greek gift sacrifice is just already, well, okay, now the analysis is saying it's not as strong, but it's still +1. So, and it's still, in a blitz game, getting that kind of initiative on their king is like really good because they have to be super cautious and like they're gonna have to chew off some time on their clock to like not get checkmated. So yeah, that looked pretty good. So I have to keep that in mind going forward, that I guess in this position, so I have both bishops ready to jump in and my knight is nearby. And they don't have any defense yet. So this knight hasn't come here. All their pieces are on the wrong side of the board, basically. So mental note, yeah, if they have everything over here, we have lots of stuff over here. Let's keep this in mind. In all of the prior games in the series that we played against the French, they brought the knight to g6. So this Greek gift wasn't possible. So yeah, I'll keep an eye out. Yeah, now here, you know, I was debating, well, probably not here because of this rook, but maybe, you know, this or like the plan that we did or h4. Computer says, oh yeah, b4 is also good. They still like bishop takes, knight b5. Ooh, threatening to come into this outpost. That's a nice idea as well. Yeah, okay, there are alternatives. Oh, and actually the computer hates my move here. So yeah, given, I don't know. I don't know what the best attacking plan is here. Now, do we like, what do you guys think? Do you like black playing f6? Ben Feingold says never play f6. Was it necessary? It might have been, they could have also gone like knight g6. Oh, computer says they can take here. Takes. Oh, and then this is hanging at the end of the line. Okay, so after we do this, they win my knight. Okay, so there's some little inaccuracies here. So maybe b4 was the problem. Yeah, computer, well, what do they want me to do here? They wanted knight e2. Okay, yeah, that's a little more solid. So yeah, we solved the problem of this knight hanging. Because like the problem with this move is, okay, yes, I defend the pawn, but now my knight is hanging, and this is problematic. I hope you guys have noticed, if you watched a lot of the series, so much of the tactics, so much of the tactics are avoiding these X-rays on like undefended pieces. It's like so much of it is like preemptive to avoid these X-ray attacks. So that was just one more example of that. Oh man, computer's really hating my position here, but wow, they wanted rook takes f3. Oh, and then the queen is going to come in. Ooh, yeah. This is not looking great. I mean, I guess I can like maybe do this though. Like, let's say I go here. Oh, but then I'm going to lose this pawn though. Yeah, knight takes d4. Oh, and they're threatening here. Ooh, wow. Everything could have crumbled so quickly. So, well, okay. So I think this underlines that h4 maybe was not the best move in the long scheme of things because, yeah, I mean, in general, guys, like you shouldn't just thrust a pawn out here to be chilling for the rest of the game because like the knight is kind of tied down to this. I thought I was going to like thrust it forward more, but that didn't pan out. But so what should I have done here? You know, it is awkward now too because like where do I put this knight? Like I can't really move it. I can't really go here. They take and then win a pawn because of the rook maybe. They wanted knight e2 still. They wanted knight h2 just to get rid of this sacrifice, I guess. Or bishop f4 also intercepting, getting rid of that sacrifice. But like, I don't know, bishop f4, what if queen f8? Oh, knight e2. Wow, this is just like the hero defense move. It just solves everything somehow. So yeah, like if they take, then you take this way, and then they take, and then you take. So, and then everything holds this somehow. So okay, wow. All right, learning some stuff. Now, how bad was my sacrifice? That's the question. It's not one of the top 3 moves. So the top 3 moves, they say rook ac1, they say queen d1, they say h5. Oh yeah, maybe h5 first. h5, because you force the knight away, and then you can maybe then go for the sack. Okay, yeah, I mean, computer says black is up a pawn here by advantage, but like in a blitz game with like not much time, I don't know, having the king be sketch is like a bigger advantage. Like it doesn't have to be like an airtight sacrifice. It can be a little dubious maybe. Probably not as dubious as some of you guys do, or as I used to do when I was much lower rated, but you get a feel for it over time. But yeah, and here, this was a really critical move. So like, notice guys how I'm blockading both of their pawns. They just can't advance. Their bishop is on the light square, so they can't really kick my pieces away. They tried to bring the king in, which is the right thing to do, but I'm just going to cement my rook here. And what can they do? You know, like I think they probably have to like try to like get this around, like get a pawn here, like I don't know, try to trade me off, or I don't know. It's going to be very difficult for them. And here I didn't go king onto the e file because, for example, suppose they go here. I want to be able to take, and I guess it's fine. But like if they push, I guess it's okay. I was worried about, you know, some discovery issues and things like that. But maybe that wasn't an issue. And now they're threatening to infiltrate and come check me and be annoying. I guess actually I didn't realize that this knight covers c2. So like, you know, I was worried. I was thinking like they could just check me forever and just, you know, chill here and be annoying. In actuality, I think they check and then they're out of checks, although they can win this pawn. So, and yeah, if they check, I was planning to bring the rook back. But I wanted to keep the rook here because once I bring it back, maybe at some moment they can push this pawn. But you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So, and here, really good play by my opponent, you know, setting up the X-ray, right? And I didn't really explain this in the game, but what's the let's say I do a nothing move, like I don't know. Let's say I do this. Okay, you see the eval bar. Black to play. What's the move here, guys? So check. And I mean, if I move away, they're gonna take my rook, right? So I probably have to like do this, and then we trade or something, and then, you know, they're up the exchange. So good setup by my opponent. And again, this is the power of the X-ray attack. So I got off of the diagonal. but they pushed the pawn, which I think makes sense philosophically, but in practice, I don't know that they can hold this pawn here. And yeah, they ran out of time in this position. So that's it for tonight. Yeah, I think the journey is going pretty well. Where are we at? We're at 1580 now. Yeah, I feel like we've hit the inflection point. We're carrying ourselves up and to the right. So if you guys are enjoying the series, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good night.